I have a funny story. Oh, before I get to this, shooting at the game concert. You didn't finish
Okay.
that.
All right. So, where was that? Okay. So, anyways, me and Drew was doing his superstar thing for the moment. You know,
Mhm.
people were like,
Feeling
dude,
him.
you're dope. Yeah. Like,
There you go.
honestly, like they were feeling him. And honestly, Drew put on a very, very good performance, you know? Um, and so me and Drew were hanging out and we had already seen the games band earlier in the day. We had already seen Whack 100 games manager. We had already seen him earlier in the day, like, you know, with the band and everything. And so when we had finished making our rounds, you know, when people like, you know, like wanting Drew's autograph, you know,
Mhm.
shirts, you know, this and that, pictures with us, everything, we're walking and we see a big group because obviously we're allowed backstage, you know? So we see a
This is
big
after
group
you performed?
after we performed.
Okay.
Yeah. And this is about let's say like one set before the game was supposed to go on.
Mhm.
And me and Drew see this big group forming around the side of the stage. And we're like, that doesn't look good. And we're like, well, obviously there's a game, you know, there's Whack, there's the whole group just standing around like pissed off. And we're like, this just doesn't look good.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like this doesn't feel right. And of course we wanted to stay and watch the game perform, but something just told us, hey man, like let's go.
Yeah, this feels wrong.
Yeah, like this does not feel good. We're not even a city that we know. You know what I mean? Like we don't even know like where an escape route would be. Like if
Mhm.
we were here, like we're just like, you know what? Let's just go. We get out and then pop pop, we hear gunshots, and that's when we knew it. We were just like, we made it out just in time.
Jesus.
We
So
made
was
it.
there a story about it, or did you guys just kind of move on?
Honestly, no, dude. We just left. We
And you're in a
wanted.
strange city, so
Yeah,
naturally
dude.
you
We
wouldn't.
went back to our hotel and everything. All of a sudden, it was all over the news. We had people like tagging us, like, "Hey, are you guys good?" We were like, "Yeah," like you know. But it was just crazy because TMZ reported about it and everything, and we were
Mhm.
like, "Yeah, this is like." But it was kind of a cool story to tell. Because like, yeah, like that's where we were at. We were just there.
So did you
know?
ever get the end of the story? Do you know, did anyone get
No,
shot or someone just
no,
shot some shots
no
off?
one got shot. No one got injured. Luckily, from what I recall, should look it up because I don't remember. But I do think that it did because with the size of the crowd,
Mhm.
the size of the venue, you know, you think the size of the crowd, size of the venue, cost of the tickets, and the cost of the game.
Mhm.
I just think it was one of those things they didn't have the money for it, which happens. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? That does happen quite
Well,
often.
with that fan base too,
Yeah.
you
Oh
get
yeah.
some wild people.
Yeah, and you're
If
and
you're
you
a
know
fan of the
and
game,
yeah, and it's the game, you know. But you know, and that's one of those things like you know, it happens. It happens a lot more than people think.
Yeah.
You know, because it is a very it's a risk. You're taking a risk. You're giving an artist X amount of money to come out to your city and perform, and you're basically telling your city, hey, we're bringing this person for this amount of money. Come out.
They shot that girl from The Voice. Do you remember that? There's a girl, her name was Christina Grimmie
Oh yeah,
on The
yeah,
Voice, and some person just nice. I don't know her, right? Seems
yeah.
like a nice girl, young girl, just walked up and shot her on stage or something, right where she got off, I think. And then it turns out I kind of followed a little bit Adam Levine like through
Mhm.
her funeral and stuff.
Yeah.
But I guess it was just a fan that was obsessed with her.
Oh,
Like he like loved her. They found her, and I'm like, what? Like, so the reason why I brought that up is because you're right. Like I'm sure she didn't think that was going to happen.
Oh
to her,
yeah.
you know, I mean, she's riding this huge wave from this successful show where she was like the runner up,
Yeah.
and all of a sudden, like she probably thought, I mean, you meet some crazy people, I'm sure, but that's always like a
Yeah,
possibility.
and it becomes and you know and as a person who's a name in the industry, they become obsessed. Like people become obsessed with these people. Like you know, let's
999, 1,000. Oh, hey, I didn't see you guys there. Just doing 1,000 curls, nothing crazy. You know what is crazy? You guys haven't subscribed yet, so let's get on it. Hit that subscribe button. 1,001.